This is the road to Mount Yibby. The trees. That evening, I went to a different kind of meeting. Listened to the birds singing. Foo foo fee foo foo. Whistling. Sun setting, birds getting ready, retreating. It's easy to forget all the rest. Birds hear me, but they're busy. Plus Bossy is chasey. The air is lace buggy, and I'm hungry, so they must be. The trees in the top paddocks surround me. An enclave, too late I see. A trap. The pine trees by the gate. Their cones grenades. Wet leaves heady. Bossy is ahead of me. Sniffy. The birds are silent momentarily. Only the apostle birds, my former bullies before I got boss, stick around to see. They hop on and off the pine trees' heavy branches, knocking back the cones, looking for someone to laugh at. I say, it's not me, and I point to Bossy. Him and which army? One of the apostles say. Intimidating though they may be, I had my rear admiralty. Apostles, you have no power. Get thee behind me. They flew higher up the pine tree. Where is your Messiah now? I yelled at the clouds. Where is your JC? This tree? This tree is your so-called we, your so-called us. Pinus, the genus. This tree is Israeli, like your names, like your story. But like the Nadgeri, changed their story when they witnessed the glory of the transit of Venus, as noted in Tyndale's releases. Change is coming, nephews and nieces. Boss barks, hallelujah! Maybe I am taking it a bit far. We laugh. This isn't Mississippi or Alabama. It's Australia. Bark, says Bossy. Yeah. The olives, like Elvis Costello's Oliver's Army, a wall of khaki, arriving punk hair stylings that lets the wind in, helps the olives growing, according to them that know these things. But as I'm walking, I'm noticing behind the punk facade, these soldiers aren't that hard. Behind the scenes, they're regular teens. Most of them. A few hardened veterans at the property's edge, gnarlier than the rest, all of them preparing. They stand to attention, though, at my passing, relaxing again in my rear vision. Bossy runs between them, and they break to pat him. Bossy humanises me. A human is what a leader needs to be. Usually, I leave that to Philby. He's the human face of the family. Even to Dommy and Charlie, they leave me with Boss and Billy and my so-called trees, otherwise only speaking to me texturally. It's culturally how it's done, millennially, they tell me. As for the people locally, I do what me and Billy say. I squirm away. Live to die another day. Don't waste what we've been given by fate, all those human things, in a fight. That's what the olive trees are for, right? Not philosopher kings. My generals act sheepishly. We didn't know this, they say. We didn't agree with another hierarchy. Even if it is Plato-ish. What's the difference? Philosopher kings are just your offspring. That's a military dictatorship. My offspring will be the heads of their families. That is all. Free. Same as the birds and the bees. Same as the rest of this great country. But they will be philosopher kings if their parents leave them with me. There won't be a so-called military. I'm fighting so there doesn't have to be. You've found volunteers, hopefully, fighters who are ready, martyrs for our cause. Each general, one by one, reports. Ghost gums, mostly. Families living roadside with one member, one branch they're ready to give, to sacrifice. 2 exceptions. Generals number 4 and 5, whose conscriptions are different. Trustworthy, they assure me. We have to, they say. We have none of our own kind left up that way, on that part of the Hyson Trail. And what of your rogue olive tree? I asked General number 5. The same, and he's from here originally. Here? I scream. This farm, mean... Were you about to say, sir? No, sir, ma'am, sir, I leave General number 5 alone with his stutter. And General number 4 I turn to. Your spy on the Hyson, does it so happen that he's related to this guy? I kick some stones at the fresh grave site. It's a she, ma'am, and she might have been if the wind had turned. She was his girl. Not exclusively, though, was she? I'm just saying, player was straying. But a lost romance is as much a reason as any other to be a good Australian. Now let the fighting begin. The bloodletting, and just then the hallett wind kicked in, and you could see the seeds flying to General number 4's lonely pine on the trail behind Mount Bryan.